video version.
I'm recording too.
Welcome back to another episode of
I'm recording.
Of the iTunes Fanboy podcast. I'm your host, the iTunes Fanboy. I also have my co-host, Tabbypears. And we have a special guest who is a maniac.
Yep, I'm here.
His name is Apple Maniac YT. Yeah, he's a maniac, everybody. He's almost as big as a maniac as the Jewish hacker. Except
I wouldn't say he's big as a maniac as
I wouldn't say he's as big as a maniac
YT
as
speaks proper
that guy.
English.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, the Jewish hacker does not
Yeah, unlike
speak
the
proper English, but let's stop talking about
so-called hacker.
He speaks. I think he might speak Indian.
I don't know what that dude thinks he speaks.
Yeah.
I think he might speak Indian, or not Indian, Hindu I guess it's called. I don't know. I don't know what that dude speaks. I don't know. Yeah. I have no idea what the issue with that guy
He's
is.
targeting another YouTuber now called EpicXDavo, who is a viewer of my channel and will also be on this podcast next month. Alright, so let's get started with the actual Apple news. So, first up is, you guys know that Tim Cook is the CEO of Apple?
Yes.
And that Apple loves privacy?
Yes.
So Tim Cook is now urging the U.S. government to pass a federal privacy law.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Which will basically make Meta declare bankruptcy.
Oh, wow.
That is a typical noise on this podcast because Tabbypears has some microphone issues.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Tabbypears, what do you think about the federal privacy law?
I don't think that any of these tech companies really care about privacy.
I don't think that any of these tech companies really care about privacy. I think they just want less. Well, I think they just want everyone to have less privacy than them. And I think that they need an excuse whenever they get caught tracking data. And they can say, well, we care about privacy because we're making these laws and we're getting these laws put into place. But in reality, I just don't really think they care because I got a bunch of PayPal promotional emails after I logged into a completely different PayPal on my iPhone. Completely different PayPal email. Got a bunch of emails on my iCloud for my iCloud PayPal because I have two accounts. So there's definitely some tracking going on in the iOS settings app. Oh, one thing I wanted to ask you, Apple Maniac, you're on the iOS 16 beta, correct?
iPhone 13. It runs surprisingly.
Okay.
I mean, it does make sense as it is the newest iPhone, but I'm surprised it's not as buggy as I expected. Yeah, it's a good beta, but I do want to ask you, can you go into
Yeah, it's a good beta, but I do want to ask you, can you go into the feedback app and make a report under charging issues, battery charging issues, because they put in this new temperature sensor thing where it will stop charging if your phone gets too hot, and that keeps on glitching out, and I am trying to get as many people to report it as a glitch so that we can get a toggle, so we can toggle off and on this temperature-based charging, because to be completely honest, I don't care if my battery health drops. I just want my phone to be at 100% when I charge it. That's the truth. And I just thank you so much because this is really annoying me. Last night, I'm sick right now, and I'm in the guest room. And last night, my phone wouldn't charge past 80%, optimized battery charging off. And, the charger that I have is not amazing. It's not my main charger. And I just wanted my phone to be charged so I could go to bed. But, yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah, I actually did put my phone on a wireless charging pad right before I got sick. And I woke up to grab a drink of water, and my phone was at 99, and I went to bed like 4 hours prior with like 1% left, and that was just very unexpected for my phone to not be fully charged. Because I usually charge with an 18-watt fast charger overnight, but um, it was just at 99. That was
Really big difference
very
between the charging
unexpected.
and the temperature of my iPhone. And it seems that that temperature sensor isn't working very well because my phone gets very hot.
Yeah, I actually was in a completely cold car, air conditioned and all. Phone was room temperature, right? Like room temperature for an average day, and it was on hold. Charging was on hold at 80%. Twice actually,
Oh
on
wow.
different occasions. Yeah, and I have a 13 Pro. And I really have been loving this phone. But I am seriously so fed up with this. I'm about to switch to an S22, or Z Flip 3, because I can't have this happening when battery life is not my concern. Battery charging is my concern, because you can always charge your phone up more. But, battery life is finite. You can always charge your phone up to 100%, but you can't really discharge your phone to 20%, and then it'll get stuck at 20%, not going down because temperature. But it'll get stuck at 80%, not going up because of
Yeah.
temperature, if that makes any sense.
The one thing that I think, Tabbypears, how
Alright.
about you downgrade to iOS? Ah, Tabbypears and Mr. Maniac, why don't you guys just try to downgrade your phones back?
I have considered doing that.
Well, the issue there. Yeah, the issue there is like my iPhone SE 2, back when I had that, used to get stuck at 80% for whatever reason. And that was not even on a beta. Like, that was on iOS
Oh wow.
13.3, maybe 13.4 stable release. And this happened every night. And of course, that phone had a small battery. So I would, be stuck at my bed. Then I would just want to go to my couch, because I had a couch in my room at the time. And the couch was nowhere near an outlet. And I would just literally have no way of keeping that phone charged, to 100%. And I was
Yeah, that's
staying
not
up
good.
trying to figure it out for hours. It was so unfortunate. Yeah, it was an unfortunate event to
Yeah.
have that happen. Yeah, because it got stuck at like 96% for an hour a few days ago. I made a video about it.
Really strange.
Like, it was stuck. Like, yeah, past no return, it was stuck. And I restarted it. I took it out of the case. I tried different chargers. I tried everything.
My
It
phone has
was
gotten stuck
past the point of
right
no
around the
return.
43% mark a couple times. I don't understand why. It'll be 11 in the morning, and it'll be yes, it'll be in the mid 40s, and
On
then
iOS
5
16?
hours later, it's like 3 p.m. and it's still in the mid 40s, like maybe 41 at that point. It makes no sense, and then it just rapidly drops down to like 10.
Yeah. Yeah, um I've had something like that happen around 40, but it stayed at like 46 or like 45 to 48 for like 20 minutes. When normally, my S22 would usually just go from like 30 to 50 in like 20 minutes. Not amazingly fast, but not slow.
Well, when
What's your
I
battery health at?
upgraded to iOS 16 Beta 1, it was still at 100% as I got this phone in December of 2021, but it's now, the moment I upgraded, it dropped to 99. It's luckily still on 99.
Oh yeah, my 11 Pro. I bought it July 2nd. Put it on the beta probably around July 17th. And on July 27th, 10 days after the beta, um, about 25 days after buying the phone, it was at 97% battery health. Yeah, that's a story that's just so funny for me to tell. Like, It was crazy. And it was funny too, because I would show people the phone, and they would be like, "When did you get this?" And I said, 2 weeks ago, and it would be at like 97% battery health. It was so funny. Thing was in perfect condition all its
Well,
life
in my
too.
MacBook, because its battery does like love to run down when I'm doing my podcast.
Yeah, mine too. Mine's at 19% right now.
Yeah, mine too. Mine's at 19% right now.
It degrades so quick. I charge it up overnight, and when I wake up in the morning, I go to use it. After about an hour, it's at like 10%. It's yelling at me to plug it in. I mean, I did get it used on eBay, so that makes sense. It's a 2014.
Oh yeah, what year?
Those old Intel ones.
Ah yeah, one of those old Intel ones. I miss the old MacBook Airs. I have an M1 Pro MacBook Pro, and it's good. It's good, but I I don't know what it is. I just don't really like the form factor of it. I wish I got 16 inch.
Instead of the 11-inch, but my budget was really tight when I bought this. Yeah, I feel you there. I had my temporary computer, and
Yeah, I feel you there. I had to buy a temporary computer, and I ended up getting a 2012 MacBook Pro for like $120, and it just had some display damage, and I had to use that for a while.
incredibly fast. Even like the 2010 to 2012 models still run incredibly fast. They're great deals, great
They're
computers.
Unibuys, not Retinas.
My bad. Yeah, I thought I messed that up for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Those are great computers. I am considering buying
Yeah.
them soon, but I'm currently saving up for the M1 2021 iPad Air 5th generation.
Well,
If I were you,
if I were you, I would probably go for the M2 MacBook Air for your next laptop, because if I was to buy a brand new laptop right now, doesn't matter what my budget is, 100% I would go for the MacBook Air over the MacBook Pro and all, just because it's that new design, and because that thinness is absolutely incredible.
why don't you get the MacBook Pro instead? Because it'll be more optimized for video editing.
There's another thing I was considering. So for Christmas, I'm going to buy myself either the M2 2022 MacBook Air or the 2021 MacBook Pro with the M1 chip.
Yeah.
I will say this. I had an M1 MacBook.
Now, I will say this. I had an M1 MacBook Pro. It was a base model. I bought it for a very specific purpose. Back in December 2020, I bought it because I knew that I wasn't going to keep it for a while. I knew that my mom's MacBook Air was dying. So I ended up keeping that for less than a year. Then when the M1 Pro Max came out, I gave my mom that, traded my 60-inch, bought the M1 Pro. Because I use my computer for school, and I, make money off video editing for some purposes. So what I ended up actually doing was I used that M1 MacBook Pro for a while, and my issue with it really resided in the older design, because the touch bar, I could see why people like it. It's good that they made another version or another generation with the touch bar, but I just never really understood it after having my like million replacement butterfly keyboard. It was like, this thing is not worth the thinness. And then one of the things I actually did not understand is why they can't just put 2 more USB ports on the right side, because MagSafe is amazing for me, but that was one of the things that I was so glad about whenever I used my 16-inch MacBook Pro, just to have those extra USB-C ports, because Teddy actually said that you could charge either direction with MagSafe, or no, without MagSafe, and that's why he didn't like MagSafe. But you can't charge either direction on the MacBook Air or the MacBook Pro 13-inch M1 or M2. So that's why I kind of think, you get an extra USB-C port with MagSafe. and I guess I am a power user or whatever you want to call me, but I use all three of my USB-C ports on my MacBook Pro 14-inch a good amount of the time, and I do need a dock.
I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just overall recommend the MacBook Air to people because it just seems like such a nice computer.
I do want to really get a newer MacBook, but if I do, I want to get the best of the best. So definitely M2.
So right here, speaking of my Unibuy MacBook Pro, here is my mid 2010
Yeah.
that I patched to macOS Catalina yesterday, which you guys probably do know about.
I saw that picture.
But what you guys probably don't know about is that if I reboot it and hold down the Option key, you guys are actually the first to know this, but if you reboot it and hold down the Option key, I have dual booted it to another macOS.
Which version?
Retro Mac OS?
You'll guys
Is it a
see
retro
when I
Mac OS?
When I boot it.
Ooh, now I'm looking forward to this.
You guys.
See what this is. Hopefully it's gonna be a nice one.
See what this is. Hopefully it's gonna be a nice one.
Alright, let's
Hopefully it's
go.
gonna be something cool.
Alright, as you can tell, here it is. It's just booting up in all its glory. This is actually the big YouTube video that made me late for the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man!
It's Snow Leopard.
Oh yeah, let's go. That's sick.
I actually have Snow Leopard dual.
I love that wallpaper.
2009 iMac 20
Yep, as you can tell, it's 10.6.3. Maybe
What's
10.
with that wallpaper? Where'd
What?
where'd you get that wallpaper? Is that stock?
No. Yep. it
Is that
sure
wallpaper
is.
stock?
Man, they used to have such nice wallpaper.
Man,
I know,
they
it's
used to
like,
have
well,
such nice
We do need to
wallpapers.
seriously move on to the topic of Apple news soon, but if we are. But as you can tell, look at how nice all these wallpapers were.
Oh yeah.
So much better. I love the original Snow Leopard one.
And I love the old iOS and
I love the old iOS and macOS wallpapers compared to what they're giving us now. They're kind of just giving us like, if you like this, then you're really gonna like it, but if you don't, then you're not gonna like it at all.
iOS 16.
Especially with iOS 16.
The new wallpaper choices, I am now really mad at Apple because they removed all of those wallpapers that they had since iOS 12 and replaced them with all these new wallpapers and all these special
Oh, yeah.
portrait suggested photos,
Yes,
whether in
and-
astronomy.
Oh yeah,
I don't like these. I really like
yeah,
them.
and
They give us here's what
and then
collection.
they give us, here's what featured has, collections, that is literally just the iOS 16 wallpaper, astronomy, pride, color, unity, and emoji. You know, and I'll say this, I'm not trying to be, discriminate at all. I'm just saying, for pride, the pride wallpaper is only really going to be used by one group of people, and you can't really remove that from the featured thing. If, and same with the unity to a degree. To a degree, not a lot of people are going to really use that. And, the emoji one, that's only for, like, some people if you like it. The color one, it's cool, but, like, it just, I don't really love it. And astronomy, it's cool, but I wish there was more customization. And you're right, they got rid of all the nice old wallpapers that everyone loved.
The dynamic ones with the little bubbles and the rainbow ones, which I think you can still change the color of the background, which I remember that being one that I kind of liked and then kind of got over, if I'm being honest. And then ones I really do like, the color ones, the new color gradient ones, the customizable ones.
Yeah, didn't they?
Yeah, didn't they,
Somebody predicted this.
I thought they,
Back in like
that somebody predicted this happening back in, like, 2019, like, some sort of
Everything Apple Pro
like a,
did a YouTube video
yeah,
saying,
I remember, it was a
saying that he
very,
wanted that to come to iOS.
yeah,
It's like, hey, listen,
it was like I didn't
Yeah.
use an iPhone.
it was like, I didn't use an iPhone when iOS 13 came out. I was actually using, like, a Nexus and a Pixel. That was the 1 year. I just had no interest in the 10s. I hated that phone from the beginning. That was,
favorite iPhones, if I'm being
I just,
kind of seemed like a ripoff because it was the same exact design as the 10.
if,
If you have a Space Gray 10 and 10s next to
exactly. And I don't know if you know about my
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if you know about my YouTube channel, but I have a whole video that I worked almost a month on about why the 10S is just an awful phone. Like, it is the one tech product, it is the one phone, the one tech product that I will constantly just put everything on the line, risk my whole channel to get that thing, to get people to know about that thing, know how
Oh yeah, I
just
have seen that
horrible
video.
it is, honestly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And you'll
Oh,
be glad to
nice.
know that Alpha Day Wolf finally upgrading from his iPhone XS Max to
What is he upgraded to?
I
13 Pro?
What is he
13 Pro
upgraded to?
Max.
13
That's funny. I
Pro?
actually wanted a 13 Pro since the beginning.
Alright.
Yeah, I got 13 Pro.
Yeah, I got a
Oh,
13 Pro
nice.
a few days after it came out. Ended up trading that for a 13 Pro Max. Stupid decision of mine. Then I ended up trading a whole mess. I gave my mom the 13 Pro Max, got a 12 Pro Max, gave one of my friends the 12 Pro Max. He gave me like $900 in Apple gift cards. I traded in a couple iPhones and I bought another 13 Pro.
Just
It
go
is
ahead.
a
Oh, I was
whole
gonna.
mess.
You explained how you managed to trade it. I was gonna say how.
The 13, like you can
The 13, like you can trade into Best Buy, the new iPhones if you're on T-Mobile. So I could trade like a 13 Pro
And does that
for
work
a
with you guys?
13 Pro Max. For
sure.
like, yeah,
I can look that up.
Right now.
I'm not sure. You can check right now. Because you could probably trade your 13 in for a 13
I may have to
Pro.
wait until the fall when I can get a 14 Pro, which I'm not sure if I'd be able to trade it without paying a lot of extra money, and I'm not. I don't really have that much money right now, which is not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily I have a job, so
Yeah.
Oh, you're lucky. I don't have a job yet.
yeah, I have
What
a
kind of
job.
job do you have?
It's a pretty
What kind of
disgusting
job do you have?
job.
Oh no.
Can
I
you
thought you're like 14. How are you like legally able to
I thought you're like 14. How are you like legally able to get a job?
No, not in my state. In my state, it's like 15.
Oh, not in my state. In my state, it's like
yeah, you
15.
can get
In
jo-
my state,
Of course, in my state. Of course, in my state.
18 to get a job.
Of course, in my state, you have to be 18 to get a driver's license, which is screwing me over.
I don't want to say because.
I don't want to say because there's this guy named Night Tiger that has it. Yeah, I will tell you after. There's this guy named Night Tiger that has it out for me. He hates me, and I'm pretty sure he's been stalking the podcast.
It is
So,
a very,
yeah,
small state.
but it is a very, very small state. Not the smallest, but a very small state. Probably like a 4-hour drive to go across it.
Yeah, my state is like an 8-hour drive to go across it.
Yeah.
My state to go, well, it depends on which way. If you're going from south to north, it's only about an hour. But if you're going from west to east or east to west, it's about 6.
Yeah.
So it's very...
Yeah, east to west is about 8, obviously, and north to south, I'm going to say is about 1 to 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's...
my state is.
Yeah,
pretty much like a square.
my state is pretty much like a square, I'm pretty sure. I forgot. I think it's,
Yeah,
I don't like my state
yeah.
in general.
I don't
I
like
think
my
so.
state, though, in
I
general.
think that being 18 to get a driver's license is ridiculous.
I agree with that.
Yeah, because, like, I just want to... Yeah, I'm 15, and I just want to be able to drive 5 minutes to my friend's house,
Yeah.
so me and him can go ride bikes. But, if I was gonna bike, it would be like a 30-minute bike ride, and I don't want to have, like, my parents always, driving me. It's just super annoying.
Yeah, because, I mean, in my
Yeah.
state at 15, you can even get a learner's permit, and you can even practice on parking lots and operate farm equipment at even younger ages.
Oh, that's surprising. Yeah. In my state, you can drive
Yeah.
completely alone if you have enough driving experience at 15.
Oh,
If you have your permit and then get enough experience, yeah. So
yeah.
I'm
But,
Wow.
but the driver's license until you're 18 is pretty restricted. You
that
can't
is
drive.
a lot of restriction.
You can't drive between 11 and 5 and 6, I think, which is pretty stupid.
That is.
Because what if you're a teenage babysitter and you're oftentimes gonna have to be driving later
Yeah.
than 11.
Or really early in the morning.
Yeah. Like if you just want to beat traffic somewhere.
Yeah, like if you just want to beat
Yeah.
traffic
I'm
somewhere.
pretty sure we all know why traffic.
Which I'm pretty sure we all
'cause
know
funny enough,
why traffic is
Apple
horrible.
Maniac, the Maniac
From
was stuck
today's
in traffic, which
experiences.
is how come we had to delay our podcast.
So sorry
recording.
about that. Right when we started the drive, we instantly got on the highway. Right before we got on, I saw over the bridge just standstill traffic, but it was the only way back to our house.
Oh yeah, I went to a concert last month, and
there was a corner. I was like, okay, the traffic's gone. Looked over that corner, absolute piles and piles of cars, probably like 100 cars, 75 to 100 cars there. It was insane, like hour and a half traffic, maybe 2 hours.
Traffic, it was standstill for a good while of it.
Well,
Yeah.
we spent nearly 25
yeah.
minutes just goofing off. So, and I have a lot of Apple tech news to discuss. So, the
We should get
first
started.
the first topic of Apple news is that
Yeah.
there are rumors for a 14.1-inch iPad with an M2 chip and 512 gigabytes of storage of base storage to release in early 2023.
What?
I just don't exactly understand.
How they're gonna make that into an iPad when they already don't know what they're doing with current iPads. Like, I just want to point something out to you guys. The iPads don't have battery health. The iPads don't have a calculator app.
For so long.
The iPads.
Calculator app thing.
Yeah, Apple does not care about iPads.
Yeah, Apple does not care about iPads
Yeah,
at all.
the
And
app is amazing.
yeah, that's good. The new weather app is amazing, especially on the Mac. It's just great.
Don't care.
But they
They
don't care. They just think the iPad's just a massive iPhone with like less features, I guess.
MKBHD called them out.
And then MKBHD called them out on not having a calculator app. And I believe it was, who was it, Craig Federighi. He said that because the iPad is too big, there's no calculator app. Well, the iPad mini's like an inch bigger than the 13 Pro Max, and the 12 Pro Max, and the 11 Pro Max, so... Anyways, Teddy, you can go first. I think your name is Ethan, right? Okay. Okay, you can go first.
I completely agree. I think they could definitely put the calculator app onto the iPad mini. It would fit perfect. They may need to make the buttons smaller with more spacing. I'm not sure how they do it and make it look good, but I think it definitely needs to be added. I have been complaining about that since 2016.
Yeah. Anyways, Teddy, what do you think about
Teddy, what do you think about this 14-inch iPad Pro?
Yeah, I do. The 14.1-inch iPad Pro, I think it's stupid because I think that Stage Manager enough was a stupid feature because Apple is forgetting a major point. The iPad was not designed to be a Mac and a computer. It was designed to be a cross between a phone and a laptop. And I think that Stage Manager is kind of driving away its touch-only focus, which is what makes Stage Manager such a bad feature.
Oh, no, because, I have a Magic
I have a Magic Keyboard that I got from a gift card years, like when it came out, almost a few months after it came out. I've had like 2 replacements. The keys keep falling off. Like the plastic keeps falling apart, and the keys will literally just pop off and like fly up in the air, and it's annoying. So I've been using Stage Manager with the Folio keyboard, you know, the fabric one, and I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me why somebody would really use something like this on an iPad, because the scaling is horrible, and I have the bigger option on, like the more resolution option on, the more screen real estate, and it just makes zero sense why anybody would want to use it.
Yeah, I agree because I think the 14.1-inch iPad is pretty stupid just because the iPad was designed to be more portable than a laptop, and if it being 14.1 inches isn't exactly more portable. Alright, think
What are
of
you gonna
12.
do with the M2 chip on an iPad?
Yeah, plus, what are you going to do with the M2 chip on an iPad? They can't even make the M1 chip good on an iPad. You know, what do we have? Luma Fusion?
Exactly.
Seriously?
What are they gonna do?
I think
Well,
Apple's just
what are they gonna do?
putting it to future-proof iPads.
I mean, if we have the iPad Air 2
I mean, if we have the iPad Air 2 supported for
8 years.
7 years
Oh yeah.
without any issues,
2021,
well,
so
2014 to
2022.
2021, so,
Longest of time.
you know,
I'm
almost,
using it. I actually stopped using it in the beginning of 2021, but it was a great iPad while I had it. And I got it in 2019 as a hand-me-down. But it was a great iPad. I never had any complaints. I remember in 2018 or whatever year it was, 2019, when they released iOS or iPad OS 13, and they didn't drop support for the iPad Air 2, and I was shocked. And
yeah, same here.
and I had one, and I also had
yeah, same here.
6 as my main phone at that time, and I was so upset that it was dropped and the iPad wasn't.
Yeah, I remember.
Again,
Yeah, I remember,
mixed chip.
you know, my iPad,
Yeah, my iPad Air 2 was purchased.
yeah, my iPad Air 2 was purchased Black Friday 2014, used by my dad for 2 years, gave to me. I gave it to my mom since I already had an iPad. My mom used it for like 2 years, no, until 2019. The charge port started giving issues. I got it, and you know, I jailbroke it and all for a bit. There's a tweak to enable battery health, and try to guess what it was after all that usage.
74% battery health.
74% battery health.
Good, but no, that's awful.
900 charge cycles.
About 900 charge cycles, and it's retired now, but it was a great iPad. Absolute amazing iPad.
Silver.
64 gigs, silver,
64 gigabyte.
good condition.
Also in mint condition. It's the space gray though, and this is something I've never told anyone because I've actually
Ah, nice.
still very upset with myself that I did this. When I was first given this iPad, I knew how older iOS versions were rare, but when I first got this iPad, it was running iOS 9.2.1, and after a couple of days, I
Oh, you did that?
I don't know why.
Oh man.
I still hate myself.
Oh man.
Whenever I use the iPad, I think about that.
Yeah,
I
updated from
came out.
iOS 8 to 9 when it came out. Well, my dad updated it. Then 9 to 10.
On iOS 11.
Then I put it on iOS 11 beta. Then iOS 12.
Then I put it on
Oh,
iOS 12.
nice. Then I put it on iOS 12. And then I don't know why, but it had to be updated to iOS 13, and that was the last beta, or not even beta, just the last firmware version it had to be restored to. I think it was because of some sort of DFU issue, or keep on recovery. Yeah, I think like something failed, and I think it tried auto updating, but it died because the battery was obviously not amazing, and yeah, but it's good now, luckily.
A couple months now is back in 2020. I still remember the date really well because this is just something I remember really well. I remember dates. I have a
Yeah, me
photographic
too.
memory.
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. Yeah, me too.
Recently, I remember that I did this. I saved on June 22nd at WWDC 2020. I saved blobs for iPad OS 13.4.1 for that iPad, and for a couple months now, I've been trying to downgrade it, but I've tried all types of tools. I've used the Ramiel, or however you pronounce it, Ramiel, on my computer, on my MacBook, and to set the generator so I can restore to the blobs, and
Yeah,
it doesn't work.
Yeah, if you used what TTS saver did you use?
TTS saver to save the
Did you use a TTS saver to save the blobs?
I used that,
Yeah, I used that
so I probably have a ton of
years ago. So I probably have a ton of blobs on my iPad.
Well, I have blobs for iPad OS 14 beta
Yeah,
versions,
probably like
beta versions, just that one, beta versions 13, 14, 15 even, but the problem is when I try to set it with the app on my computer, it says it's set to 0x16 times 1, but then I go to run Future Restore, and it says that the AP ticket does not match the AP nonce on the device, and it shows me the device's AP nonce. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
yeah, I have I used to save a bunch of blobs back in early 2019, and that was one of the iPads that I had that on, so I wonder what exactly that iPad has. Man, I think I had a couple devices that I was doing that with.
Yeah, I've got it in my room right now.
Yeah, I've got it in my room right now.
Yeah. Is there a way to?
Yeah.
It's an
Is there a way
Air 2.
to it's an Air 2 Wi-Fi 64 gig. How do I find what blobs I have? I'm gonna.
Do you use Windows or Mac
How do
OS as your
I
main computer? Oh yeah, obviously
Mac
Mac
OS.
OS. So yeah, so what
Mac
you do
OS?
is plug it into iTunes or Finder now. I'm used to iTunes because I still use Mojave. So plug it into Finder, and where you find it should be the IMEI, I think. I'm not sure. I may be able to check. I don't have a charger with me. But then just click on it until where it says ID, and then you want to copy it and paste it into. Well, actually, copy it. It's tsssaver.oneconan.com, and then you want to click.
All right, I'm gonna.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna
I can still hear you
I'm
guys.
gonna grab that. I can still hear you guys. You guys can talk about whatever. I'm gonna grab that real quick. I gotta charge it up too.
Alright, so in other news, the 12.9-inch iPad Pro 6th generation will have bezel reduction,
Ooh, finally, more bezel reduction. That's taken forever.
but the 11-inch iPad Pro is once again going to remain unchanged screen-wise.
Oh my god, it's been like, what, 4 years?
I think the 11-inch iPad Pro now. I think that the iPad Pros and higher are pointless because now I think the iPad Air 5, which I have, is perfect because it still has the M1 chip, it still has everything, and so it's a great iPad, and I'm going to keep it on its launch version, which it came running, iPadOS 15.4.
Good idea.
So I will be.
I have my iPad Pro 11 inch. I had a 12.9. I see no reason to buy 12.9 inch. And I wanted ProMotion. That's why I got 11 inch. Anyways, I got the iPad Air 2, but I do want to tell this one story. A few years ago, someone stole my iPad Air, my original
It was an
iPad
iPad
Air.
Air 1 and iOS
It was on
9.
iOS 9.
And it got stolen with a blue.
Yep, and it got stolen with a blue smart case, great condition, 32 gigabytes. If anybody sees one, it's a silver one on eBay or Craigslist or whatever. Silver has a blue Apple leather smart case. Um, Maybe a little chip in the corner. Um,
9 or iCloud locked.
iOS 9 or iCloud locked. That's mine. It's still on my dad's Apple ID. And the person who stole that thing, December 13th, 2017, 2 days before my birthday.
So stolen. Now, I have a very similar story that happened to me. So I had an old yellow iPhone 5C. I think I lost it. I think the date may have been, it was either September or July. I know it wasn't August 2017. And I think I was in a library, set it down somewhere, came back, it was gone. For weeks and weeks after that, I would ask the people if they had found it. No news. If y'all see, it has a shattered screen. It's a yellow iPhone 5C and should still be running some version of iOS 10.3.2, I think, beta.
Yeah, people that go and steal.
Yeah, people that go and steal iPhones.
Like somebody will just.
I don't understand why somebody would just go and steal an iPhone. Like, I mean, did it at least have iCloud lock turned on?
I had my Apple ID linked, and I've been using it since
That's good.
iOS 8.
That's good.
Yeah, because some people will say.
Yeah, because some people will say Apple shouldn't iCloud lock phones, but then there's us with our experiences,
I feel very.
and I'm just like,
I feel both ways about iCloud Lock. I feel that iCloud Lock is very helpful. So for when you lose a device, people can't use it. They can't sell it and make a profit off of your lost property. But yet again, you get scammed on eBay.
yeah, exactly.
To lose your mind.
Yeah, because
Yeah, because I do recycling. Like I find devices in recycling, and
yeah.
Do you have any
So
suggestions for places?
yeah. So I've had
I can DM you on Instagram.
I can DM you on Instagram. I don't want to say anything on the podcast because there's a couple people that I just don't really want to
That I know.
deal with that I know like in person who might try to Alright, but yeah, I'll follow you on Instagram in a minute. I think I found your profile.
Yeah, there's a cat on your profile, right?
Yeah, there's a cat on your profile, right?
Why don't you post to your Instagram,
Alright, I'll follow you.
Maniac?
I got over it. So I started posting on there back in late 2020. I think September 2020. Yeah, it was. And I don't know why I stopped. I need to start again.
Yeah.
Alright, I followed you. That is a cool cat, though. That is a cool cat, though. I will say that. I have a... Yeah, I have a massive cat named Milo. Absolutely massive. He is huge. He's a...
She was fat for a long time until she got some ticks or fleas or whatever that he ate away. I think she had worms too, but she got real thin, like dangerously thin. She's getting a little thicker now, thankfully.
Yeah, some of my cats.
Yeah, that's good, because...
Some of them are big.
How many do you have?
Yeah, my cat's... I don't think that he tells people, but because of, trolls trying to report them. Yeah, because trolls like to report everyone, especially the Jewish hacker. That guy's the real maniac in this situation.
Yeah, because it's kind of because maybe for a 500 subscriber special, maybe I might reveal the exact number of cats I have.
Yeah, and you can do some research on laws and whatnot and figure out, how many cats you really are legally allowed to have. Because I'm sure you're in the limit. I'm sure you're in the limit, because, usually more, like, non-city areas will have limits. Usually, if you're in a city, like a big city, there's a limit, but you said that you're in, like, more of a rural area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think you would have a limit, because usually only, like, apartments and whatnot would have a... Yeah. Yeah, I just live in a secluded area.
My grandparents still live there, but they used to live in a very, what am I saying? They still live there. They live in a very, a pretty popular city. I'm not going to say exactly where, but their neighborhood, they had, my great-grandmother had a dog, and when she passed away in 2019, her dog was taken in by my grandmother, but the limit in her household was 2 dogs, and she then had 3 because of the extra dog. So for 2 years,
Yeah, my grandma, I'll just say she lives in Baltimore, Maryland. She has this weird, like, she has probably like 7 cats that just live under her deck, and her neighbor has this weird, two different colored eyed dog with like weird spots. That dog looks goofy.
I love dogs who have 2 different color eyes. Those are really interesting.
Yeah.
My neighbors have one.
Yeah, they're cool, but they look super weird.
I think we should get off of this random topic and get back to the Apple news.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe instead of the iTunes podcast, it should be the random stuff with 3 random people
Yeah, because we
podcast.
do talk about a lot of random stuff. So, speaking of the iPad Pro 6th generation, it is going to have wireless charging.
Ooh, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, because currently
It's gonna be cool, but it'll probably be like, yeah, it'll probably be like 15 watts.
Yeah, which won't be great, but I'm guessing that Apple has to compete against Amazon, because currently the higher-end Kindle Fires have wireless charging.
Yeah, I want to buy one of those.
Yeah, I want to buy one of those actually, just to
Sad to see
test them out.
another tech company beat Apple to feature again.
So is it the
UDID that I have to find for the...
Yes.
Alright, I'm
And
looking.
so,
put it in DFU?
Do I have to put it in DFU
No,
mode?
it should be. I don't know what it's under that you need to click on. Maybe the model identifier, maybe UDID. I'm not sure. I haven't used Finder for that in a while. I'm used to iTunes.
Alright.
yeah. Alright,
Yeah, I'm
so
looking.
I've got some bad news for both of you.
Oh no.
Apple's mixed reality headset is going to enter the EVT stage in the third quarter of 2022, and it will be announced at an Apple keynote, and developer kits will be released in January of 2023, and retail units are going to be releasing in the second quarter of 2023.
Oh my god.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand why this is a thing, really, that we need.
You already, there's no competition here. There's tons of competition. There's no way you're going to be able to overpower Oculus.
Well, I mean, they will be able to overpower
Yeah.
Oculus because Oculus is Meta's trying to create the metaverse, get people to join the metaverse via Oculuses.
Good point.
Yeah, but who's really gonna?
Yeah, but who's really gonna join the metaverse? I just don't understand who, you
I
know.
think if you own an Oculus,
Yeah.
you're technically in the metaverse.
I happen to own one, but
Well, no, you're.
with it very much.
Yeah, like I mean, I own one. But
Yeah, like, I mean, I own one, but I don't even
you know, how
understand, how you get into the metaverse because,
it's like
yeah, it's like,
one app on
I only have, like, one app on it,
Yeah, what's even
it. I
worse...
haven't used it since.
and I haven't used it since last
And
year.
what's even worse about the about the metaverse is that Sony already tried to do a similar thing with their PlayStation consoles that shut down in 2015. So I don't think Meta will succeed.
Yeah, me neither.
Especially considering Meta's very, very good reputation.
Oh yeah, great reputation.
And did you know that Meta is even trying to integrate brain interact? A part of the Oculus headset that can interact with your brain?
Someone tell me if that's even legal at this point.
Is
They can do whatever they want.
They can do whatever they want, I assume.
That's ridiculous.
it's the metaverse.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I very much trust Meta that they're going to handle my privacy perfectly with the brain tracking technology, and they are not going to tailor me ads with the tailored, and they're not going to tailor me ads with the in the metaverse just because of what I think. They aren't going to do that at all.
Alright,
Alright,
I have iOS 13.3, 13.3.1, 15.5, and 15.5 OTA. Blobs, apparently.
I would suggest go for this.
I'm pretty sure I'm on some version of 13 on this thing already. I'm gonna look right now. I thought I had 12, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I have blobs for 13, 14, and 15.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
I also have SHSH blobs for my black CDMA iPhone 4 for iOS 5.1.1, though I haven't succeeded to downgrade that yet.
I unfortunately don't own any devices. I've been trying to find some on eBay that have blobs, but I have unfortunately had no luck. I'm hoping to buy an old iPhone 4, maybe 5 that has blobs for iOS 5 or 6.
I actually have a full. I actually geek graded my black CDMA 4 to iOS 5 and saved blobs then.
So did I.
That was the only time. That's how I did it.
Oh wait, you could save blobs. I forgot about that. You could dump them.
That's the only device that I've gotten that actually working on though that I've geek graded.
And a quick question: have you had luck with geek grading it, dumping the blobs off of it, and then restoring with those blobs? Because I don't know if the blobs work properly.
I have not, which again makes sense because I can't imagine that geek grade blobs would work perfectly. But at the same time, though, so do you know who Berkio the Apple Geek is?
I think I've heard of them.
Yeah, so he dumped blobs with I was using iFaith to dump the blobs, and he also used iFaith to dump the blobs of his official iOS 4.3.3 iPod Touch 4, and he had the same issue that I did when trying to restore to the blobs. So,
And it just wouldn't restore.
yep, and he had to restore that iPod to iOS 6.
No.
Yep.
That's
I
horrible.
imagine you'll have to try. And I've never gotten the iPod Touch 4 successfully graded to iOS 4.
I unfortunately don't own any iPod Touch 4 generations anymore. I need to buy another
so the AirPods Pro 2 are now rumored to look exactly the same as the current AirPods Pro, which I personally think that's good because they're originally going to remove the stems of AirPods Pro 2, but as we all know, removing the stems is pretty impossible.
Yeah, explain how they're gonna charge, you know?
Exactly.
And then, wouldn't that would kind of infringe with the copyright of the Samsung Galaxy Buds, because it would look pretty similar.
Yeah.
Without the stems.
And then Samsung would Samsung would start copying Apple even more.
It wouldn't end well at all.
Because I think what happened, which is why Samsung started copying Apple, was Apple made the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus big, and they moved the power button to the side, and those were things that Samsung had been doing for years, and so Samsung got mad and decided to get revenge.
I think it's good that they're keeping the design as long as the battery gets fixed. Because the design is very comfortable. Like, I gotta say.
AirPods Pros, any headphones really, any earbuds that have rubber tips, in my opinion, always just fall out of it. I've tried AirPods Pros.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Generation AirPods, because they have the exact same sound quality, if not better spatial audio, and they have no rubber tips. And I've been enjoying them for the past 6 months.
I've actually got...
Yeah, I like AirPods 3 more because the battery's better, but I had a pair of AirPods Pro. So I just ended up returning my AirPods 3. I really, really like the AirPods 3 more, but I just didn't really need another pair of AirPods.
well, I've got some bad news about AirPods 3 that you guys should be aware of.
Oh no.
So, as you guys may know, my mom, for her birthday back in March, got AirPods 3.
Ooh, nice.
And I did an unboxing of it on my channel, but...
Oh yeah, I remember that video.
Guess what happened? Her left AirPod broke today.
No.
My mom has tried every single help thing online, and it still hasn't been fixed.
And that's the issue with wireless earbuds.
So, my mom is currently...
I will say this, though.
To get. She may be looking into AirPods...
Just...
She's thinking about AirPods Max, because she has talked about them
question.
for quite a long time.
Question, why don't you just get them repaired by Apple, or replaced by Apple?
When they first were released, until I realized they were $550, and then I kind of changed my mind.
I got mine open box for less money than Sony XM4s.
I think are cool, but I have no use for them because
I got AirPods Max for the same price as Sony XM4s, WH-1000 XM4s. They're not worth the price. It was an open box Best Buy model. They're not worth the price. The microphone's horrible, but you know, they're not bad, I guess. They're just not amazing. They just kind of exist, to be honest. They're not comfortable for me personally, but
and of course they come with a bra for some reason.
Oh my god.
yeah.
The weirdest thing I've ever heard that case be compared to.
Yeah, people compare it to a bra.
I mean,
I've heard it compared to.
It's true though. Yeah.
And so Apple clearly has a reliability issue of AirPods currently, because AirPods Pro...
Why don't you just take them into Apple, or ship them out to Apple?
Because, I mean, Alpha Day Wolf had to have got his AirPods Pro back in February 2021, and he's had to get them replaced by Apple twice now.
Wow.
Yeah, but why doesn't your mom just take them to Apple and get Apple to replace the left one?
My mom doesn't want to go to Apple.
Well, you can ship it out.
Well, you can ship it out in the mail.
It's
better than paying $500 some for AirPods
my
Max.
mom's still considering whether she wants to get AirPods, whether she wants replacement units or or to get her current ones fixed, or if she wants different ones.
I guess so.
I guess
I
so.
understand that.
Because the battery on the AirPods Pro for me has just been
My
nothing but
mom,
bad.
don't worry, my mom is not considering getting AirPods Pro. She hates those ear tips too.
Good.
Yeah, I just
Don't
don't understand why Apple still sells those things. They're from, you know,
They're
they're from a good part of a bad year. I'll
They're
say
from-
that, November or October 2019.
They're
But
from the previous decade.
but they're just-
yeah, I mean,
if Apple's still selling stuff from 2009, 2 decades ago technically, and then they're selling these, how much longer are they gonna sell these things?
Well, what is Apple still selling?
'Cause if they're selling the-
2009?
MagSafe 1,
Oh, yeah.
USB Super
2006.
Drive. Well, still 2
decades.
decades ago technically.
Oh, and we
But-
can't forget that Apple is still selling copies of macOS Lion, and I think Mountain Lion.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I like how they're selling the copies now. You can buy is it physical or digital?
Yeah, you don't have to.
Well,
I
Oh, nice. I actually.
think it's like a
they
USB
offer
drive,
digital
right?
copies for free now too.
Oh, I gotta buy physical for my collection.
Yeah, because you might need it.
Yeah, as if I would use that. I mean, that might be,
Yeah.
might be cool to use.
You might need it for. You could use it on your iMac.
Good point. That'd be a lot easier than waiting for a 12 gigabyte or however much. I think it was 12 or 7 gigabyte file to download.
Or using internet recovery.
Yeah, I've
Oh yeah, true.
internet recovery
The problem was
doesn't exist on older iMacs. I don't think from below 2011.
it does exist for
Right?
back then, but my only
Oh.
problem was back then I didn't have an Apple keyboard when I went to install Snow Leopard, so I couldn't access.
Oh.
But then, literally a day after I installed Snow Leopard, I got an Apple keyboard,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which kind of sucks. But I got it installed. It took forever, but now it runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns you can't actually go back to the first macOS that the Mac came on my 2010 MacBook Pros. It turns out because I was going to try boot into the Lion Internet Recovery to reformat the Snow Leopard partition to get, but it turns out I booted into a High Sierra, but it turns out there's only a High Sierra recovery.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part.
On the 20, you have to have a 2011 MacBook Pro layer to use the Shift Option Command R thing, which I have used before on my 2012 MacBook Pro, back when it worked, and my 2013 MacBook Air.
And I have a question for you about your what was it, the 2006 MacBook Pro?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got that on the 2nd, and then it stopped working on the 12th?
No, it stopped working on the 2nd, and I thought I could fix it.
Oh, yeah, it stopped working the day you got it, and then...
So, did you get a refund for that or what?
I did not talk to the seller or anything. But I think
Why not?
I don't know. But I definitely think
Well, I mean, it's
yeah.
good money that you're spending. It's good money that you're spending, and the seller's, just gonna send you junk, and you're gonna.
Technically, they can't refund me because I took it apart.
No, that doesn't matter though, because
It is okay.
that's technically that's no different than taking phone. Well, technically, if Apple still serviced it, that's no different than getting Apple to diagnose it. It doesn't matter if you took it apart or not. If it's broken, really,
Yeah, but
you can easily get a refund for that.
it was broken.
And if they sent you it and it was broken, then who cares if you take it apart? Because
I mean, when I did get it, it did have it did. But the weirdest thing was that it would crash every time I tried to connect it to my Wi-Fi when I got it, and it
That's
worked.
strange.
But the sad part about it was it came with all sorts of nice software on it, like iMovie, Final Cut Express.
I can actually show you how to get I can show you how to get old versions of iMovie for old macOS versions from Apple.
I do know how to do that.
Yeah, I know how to get iMovie 9 from Apple's website from an update installer.
Huh? I'll
Yeah.
actually have to try that sometime. But I don't want you guys to give me instructions now because I wouldn't bother. But I might try that I might try that later this evening on my 2010 MacBook Pro, assuming that I don't have this podcast and my YouTube video to edit.
Yeah.
'Cause
I'm probably gonna have to edit some YouTube videos soon. I've been sick for the past few days, and I've had like no motivation to do YouTube videos when I'm sick.
Same here.
Same here. Well, no, actually,
Yeah,
different.
I woke up at like 9 a.m. today, and I was just like, yeah, I'm going back to bed. I'm going right back to bed. I'm sleeping for however long.
Because, 9 a.m. is a reasonable time.
Like, I mean, I can wake up whenever, really. I just don't like to.
I usually, when I wake up at like 9 and then fall back asleep. Don't get up until 11.
Yeah.
Waste a lot of my day, but it's relaxing.
Yeah. Alright, so on the next bit of Apple news, Apple signed a deal with Major League Soccer to host their Major League Soccer games on Apple TV Plus from 2023 to 2033.
Ooh, that's interesting. I need to get myself an Apple TV so I can use it with my 32-inch TV. That'd be really helpful.
Yeah, I have an Apple TV 3rd generation somewhere around here, but I don't have a TV or anything in my room. And there are already Rokus and such on my family's other TVs. But funny enough, they're actually having a sale at Best Buy on Apple TVs right now.
Oh, how much off?
50.
Oh, I probably still don't have enough.
Yeah. Yeah, but so I could. But the only problem is that, first of all, my mom doesn't drive and my dad's out of town, so I couldn't go pick one up if I wanted to. And also, my mom likes her Roku as a... Oh, Tabbypears left.
Oh, no.
I'll bring him back.
Oh, and now it shows he left. It took a sec. That's not good.
Yeah.
I did hear some, banging noises, or sounded like popping, as if, I don't know, some strange noises before he left.
Yeah.
Alright, just give it a sec.
I'll text Tabbypears to ask him where he is.
Alright.
Where are you? You departed the call.
So you did end up determining that it was a motherboard failure on that.
Yeah, because I tried exchanging RAM, I tried another hard drive. I even tested the existing hard drive with my 2010 MacBook Pro.
Oh, wow.
And it worked, but it was very slow.
Just want to ask, how much did you pay for it originally?
$60 including taxes and shipping.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
That was a good deal, only as if it decided to keep working.
Yeah. Well, I think Tabbypears must have had a power outage.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah. Oh no, his MacBook died.
Oh no, that sucks. Okay, I see your original post when you say you purchased it, May 28th.
Yeah.
I've always wanted one of those older MacBook Pros. They look really nice.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm probably gonna look for another MacBook. I'll probably look for another 06 MacBook Pro sometime, but I'll try to get a refund.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, Tabbypears will be out of the podcast indefinitely. But hopefully it'll come back. But there's plenty of Apple news to talk about in the meantime.
Let's get started.
So, I think Apple's going to discontinue the Mac Pro.
I think so too, because so they had the 2019 model. What was the previous one?
2013.
Yes. So
and before that was 2012.
Oh wow! I think the 2019 is going to be the last one.
Because Apple hasn't transitioned it to Apple Silicon yet, and they said that their transition would take 2 years.
And it's been 3.
And not only that, but in the March 2022 event, you can see how there are Mac Pros in the little room at the Apple Park, I guess, they showed. But in
I did notice that.
But in Dub, guess what they did? They have been replaced with iMacs and Mac Studios.
Oh.
So Apple's gonna discontinue it.
Well, it's not too big of a deal to me because, like most people, I cannot afford a Mac Pro and would not need one at all. I'm not gonna spend $5,000 on a computer.
I'm considering maybe getting an older Mac Pro just for my collection, but
I have considered that too.
But
my only issue is paying for shipping unless I can find one with free shipping. I mean, I managed to find free shipping for my 2009 iMac, which the shipping actually, so I got it for $75 and the shipping was $68 for the seller, so they made no profit.
Yeah, or they made some profit depending on how long they had it.
Yeah, but I don't think they made a ton.
Yeah, I would have to look on Facebook Marketplace for a Mac Pro, but
that'd be a better bet.
I don't have. However, I'll probably do local pickups for things like older Apple desktops because I do. But at the same time, I have very limited storage, but I want to collect older Apple computers, particularly desktops, like the iMac G3 and the G4.
Yes, I need those.
I do too, but there's one problem. First of all, I would have to find one of those locally, which would be kind of hard.
Yeah.
The G4 I could maybe do shipping with, but there's no way I could pay it. But the iMac G3 has such steep shipping. And also, where am I going to store them? Because I have very limited storage to store my stuff.
I have the same problem. My main desk, which is over in a corner next to my bed, houses my main computer, which is a ThinkPad, but it's fast. It's faster than my MacBook Air. And my MacBook Air sits behind me, about 10 feet behind me, on top of my dresser, which is very small, and it works great as a standing desk for my iMac also. And then I have a server set up behind me. I have no room left for computers.
Yeah, what do you use your server for, by the way?
So that's a good question. So I currently have 2 servers. They are also laptops. Most of my computers are laptops. One of them is a 2013 HP Envy model. I use that for a Minecraft server, believe it or not, and it runs surprisingly fast. And then I have a second server, it's also a 2013 HP laptop. It's an HP 2000, but I don't know much about it. Haven't used it for much yet, but I have a simple FTP file server on it.
That's cool. I need to. I'm concerned. Yeah, I can see that I don't have much use for a server, so I don't have one.
That makes sense, yeah.
But I can't. But yeah, that would be really cool. Cool to get. But it's pretty cool how you have servers. If I do ever get a server, I'll buy an older Apple Xserve.
I have considered buying an Xserve a couple times now, just across the years, just interested in them. They can be used as normal computers, believe it or not.
I know.
That's what I want to do. I'm wanting to mount it on a wall and take off the metal shields so it looks very, naked.
Yeah. Exactly. So I do. Yeah, so there's just some cool stuff there, but the only problem is that I don't have a monitor or anything that I can actually use to store.
Me neither.
To connect any desktops to, because and you might be wondering, well, what about my Windows 7 desktop? That's an all-in-one.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
So that obviously can't be used as a monitor. I have on my main ThinkPad for a while. I had Windows 10, 11, and 7 triple booted, which worked great until I made an attempt to Hackintosh it on a second hard drive and then copy the macOS partitions, which then may or may not have completely broken the partition system, and then it wouldn't boot, and I had to reinstall everything.
Yeah, I have. What I'm considering doing is because the original hard drive on my Windows 7 desktop is dying.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm planning on maybe getting a SSD for it and dual booting Windows 7 and 11 on it. Because I still need 7 for downgrade stuff that I do.
I do too. That's why I keep Windows 7 for Minecraft and downgrades.
But as they don't work well with newer versions of Windows, but I also want Windows 11 on there just to have a modern PC on hand, a modern Windows version on hand if I need it.
That's a good idea.
And I may upgrade the RAM, and I'll see if you can upgrade the RAM in this thing too, because it currently has 6 gigabytes of RAM in it.
And he's back.
Yep, Tabbypears is back, everybody.
My computer died. I gotta. Oh no.
We know.
Second.
I'm gonna actually check if the Jewish hacker has trolled us.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
The chapter said something on my Instagram.
Nope, he has not gotten me yet. We're safe.
Let's go.
2:45, he commented on my Instagram.
Yeah. All right, so Apple is to release a plain 15-inch MacBook in 2023.
Oh, they're bringing back the original MacBooks. That's nice.
But I don't think that's a good idea because the whole idea is that you pay more for a bigger screen.
Good point.
And that you can't pay more to get a laptop with a smaller screen. Like, that's not good business. And that's why I think the iPhone 14 Max is a terrible idea.
I too agree. I agree with that.
What if you just want, what if you don't need graphics, high graphics power, just need a laptop with a bigger display? What about for older people? What are they going to do with a MacBook Pro?
You got a good point.
They can...
They're not gonna.
Tim Cook will be able to feed himself that way.
Oh my god.
He's gonna be able to feed himself for 2 million years with this rate.
Yeah. I mean, Tim Cook isn't that rich compared to his company, because I think Tim Cook's net worth is only 200-something billion, and of course Apple is almost a $3 trillion company.
Google's at also $3 trillion, I believe.
All these kids on Twitter just absolutely love that guy, and they do anything for him.
All these what?
All those kids on Twitter, those Apple sheep on Twitter.
Yeah. Everybody loves Tim Cook.
Those Twitter kids do. I think that he's a very interesting person.
I think Craig Federighi is much funnier.
I agree.
Crack marketing team.
I think Craig Federighi needs to leave Apple and get into stand-up comedy.
I agree. Or stay with Apple and just get into stand-up comedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'd do great at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, any other Apple news that you've found?
Oh yeah, there's plenty more. So.
Ooh, okay.
So, the
He's
M2.
always got the Apple news.
Oh,
He's the Apple news guy.
Yeah, maybe I should become a news. I want to start.
Yeah, he can make a whole news channel. He can be like Fox News.
Yeah.
But with Apple stuff.
Maybe I should. I know. I do want to create a tech company when I grow up, but maybe I should just create an Apple News channel instead.
Yeah, you can be like channel on the TV,
Yeah, except TV is a dying industry, so.
It is. You're right. It is dying.
Yeah, so as movie studios keep screwing up, as I'm not going to get into it very much, because this is an Apple
You already
podcast.
got a video on that, don't you?
Yeah, but Disney has recently done an infamous screw up.
Oh no.
What is it?
I don't know if I want to get into this very much because it's a very controversial thing, and I would also have to tag this episode as explicit if I did it.
Okay, yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah,
Do not mix with
it's
Apple Podcasts. Like, a lot of people on Twitter like to make their Apple accounts political, but that's just not the way I'd like to go.
yeah,
Same.
me too. Yeah. Yeah, so the M2 MacBook Pro pre-orders are starting today, and people will actually get them next Friday, which is June 24th.
I thought they said it was available in July.
They changed
Teddy, I
it.
have a question.
Oh, wow.
Yeah?
Teddy, I have a question for you.
Yeah?
Are you recording in a WAV format like I said you
I did.
last week?
It has to... I actually choose the format when I export it.
I am recording in WAV right now.
I just want to ask, what do you use to record?
I use QuickTime Player for recording the video version and Audacity for recording the audio version.
Okay.
On my 2014 MacBook...
QuickTime.
On the first episode of my podcast, I recorded it with my iPhone, the audio version with QuickTime Player on my MacBook, and I used just the default camera on my iPhone. And for the second episode of my podcast, I recorded both versions in QuickTime Player, but afterwards, because my 2014 MacBook Air was running Catalina, and since I upgraded to Monterey on this machine, came on Big Sur, I can no longer do dual recordings in QuickTime, so I had to switch to Audacity for the audio version.
Oh, that makes sense.
Did Monterey screw up?
Everything.
Monterey's ruined downgrade tools completely.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Catalina
that.
did that too. Dude, Apple just hates downgrade tools.
I think
Yes, they do.
Completely hates it.
I think Apple didn't kill 64-bit apps for legitimate purposes other than to literally kill the downgrading community.
Oh, and to kill apps that they did not want. Well, actually no, because they didn't want to put more time into the ARM transition for emulating 32-bit. And if they had if people had more of an incentive to buy an Intel computer, they would. As if there's not already more of an incentive with Boot Camp.
Yeah.
Because Microsoft is being really annoying and not letting us boot camp M1 machines and M2. So, everyone say screw you, Microsoft, because they do not like us. Microsoft does not like us at all.
No, they do not.
Yeah.
Microsoft.
I mean, why should we like it? Why should we use an OS that was not based off of a cheap copy of another operating system that charges you several $100s? Yeah, when it charges several $100s for just basic word processing programs.
Yep. I find that a little ridiculous.
Oh yeah, and in Microsoft's new Windows video editor for Windows 11, Clipchamp, you actually have to pay just to get a subscription just to get 4K.
Oh my god.
Yep. Yeah. Do you want to know
Another
what...
reason why I like macOS.
macOS not only comes with the free iWork suite, but it also comes with a built-in graphing calculator app.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
macOS is much more helpful and usable than Windows, in my opinion.
Me too. I'm guessing...
hate Windows. And I believe our last guest, Alpha Day Wolf. No. Who was he? I forgot.
APR2K.
APR. Yeah, he really liked Windows.
I do also really like Windows.
It's
But
a
I
good
have...
change to have someone that's not anti-macOS on our podcast, even though he was a very good guest.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do
I
prefer
enjoyed having
macOS.
him as a guest.
Well, again...
I use
I like
Windows
having guests.
Again, tomorrow I'll be having an Android user as a guest.
Ooh, that'll be interesting. I gotta watch that.
It'll be with Nick from Device Collector 71.
What does he use? A Note 8?
No, Nick from Device Collector 71 uses a Samsung Galaxy S10. He upgraded from his iPhone 8.
Oh yeah, I used an iPhone 8 for a long time.
Yeah, I used an 8 Plus for a long time.
I've never kept a phone for more than a year in my life.
I used an iPhone 8 for a year and a half.
Yeah, I've
never, in the past year, the longest I've kept a phone is a month, and that is my current 13 Pro.
That's shocking.
Yeah, as my grandmother, I'm sort of convincing her to get the iPhone 14. It's sort of working, but because she likes the satellite connectivity and her iPhone 10R's earpiece speaker is broken. But at the same time, she has a hard time. She's tried cleaning it, didn't help. And so what happened was she decided to go. She thought that the prices were too ridiculous for the 14, even though they weren't that much worse than the 10R. So she's still not too sold on it, even though what was I gonna? I told her that my podcast co-host, who is you, Tabbypears, obviously. I told my grandmother that you switch your phone every month, 2 weeks to a month, and my grandmother was like, "How do you do? Why?"
Yeah, that's what I ask myself every time I switch my phone.
Because my grandmother was the same. My grandmother was the same person who used an LG flip phone from 2000 up until 2010 or 2011 when she got her original LG Cosmos.
Oh my god.
Have any of you guys, what was your guys' first phone?
An iPhone 5 in 2016.
iPhone 4S in 2013. I still have it.
Wow.
For me, it was a 3G that was not activated. Just one of my dad's work clients' old phones that he didn't want anymore. Back in around 2011, 2012, I had no idea how to set it up. So there was this glitch on iOS 4 where you could restart the phone probably 50 times, and one out of those times it would put you in to iOS without needing to set it up. So I would do that every single time that phone died, and that thing's battery was horrible. It would last 5 minutes. And then eventually I figured out to set it up with iTunes. Then I got an activated 5C in 2014. There's a whole story behind that. And I used that until I got 4S because I just liked the design more. Then I got a 6, 6S, 7 SE, 7 Plus, 10, 10S Max was pretty much my next iPhone. 11 Pro, 12 Mini, 12 Pro, 12 Pro Max, 12 Mini, 13 Pro, 13 Mini, 13 Pro Max, 13 Pro. I had a 10 somewhere in 2021 too. May 23rd through June 23rd, exactly a month.
Yeah.
Wow.
Beatrice, one of my cats, has joined the podcast. Hey, Beatrice.
Oh, nice.
She's very soft. And she's looking out my window for birds.
Oh, nice.
Because cats do eat birds.
Yeah, my
Persian cat that used to do that and make a bunch of noise while looking for birds.
Yeah, my small orange cat Haley, she's a female orange cat, which is actually kind of rare. She does this. She chatters at the birds on my kitchen window.
Oh, that's cute.
And what's even funnier is that the box that I have sitting over there in my room, that is the box that my 2006 MacBook Pro came in.
Oh no!
And so the cats are enjoying that purchase more than I am.
Oh, that's funny.
For $80, I can buy a sealed, but the seal is cut, like a brand new in-box 2006 MacBook Pro. I really do want to buy that. It just needs an OS or maybe a hard drive. But
$80,
get it. Buy that. Yeah, I definitely need to buy that. I need to get a bit more money first.
I currently have, I think $85, but I'm making another $200 in the next couple weeks, and I'm putting that towards an iPad.
That's good.
iPad Air 5th gen.
I'm saving for a Windows laptop right now.
I have like 7.
I still have to pay my dad back because I bought a Z Flip a few days ago, which
oh my god,
you saw my recent video. Best Buy screwed me over with that. They sent me a defective unit, refused the return, even though it's defective. They refused the return, and then they charged me $100 to get sent a replacement unit, which they said would be refurbished, and then it was not refurbished. It had damage on it, and the speakers looked blown out.
Oh my god.
That's why I'm not shopping at Best Buy anymore.
Do not use Best Buy ever again.
I do.
Yeah,
I actually got my iPad Air 5 at Best Buy, and
loyal Best Buy customer.
I actually got my
been too
iPad.
for a while.
I got my iPad.
Very, very loyal. I've been shopping there for 10 years.
Wow.
And probably everything except for Apple products I have bought there.
That's incredible.
So, yeah.
I bought
My trust with them.
I bought an iPad Air 5. I bought my iPad Air 5 from Best Buy, and it was great, but again, I didn't purchase a warranty for it or anything.
We'll keep it safe.
If you purchase the Best Buy warranty, they'll charge you like $300 to get the display replaced, unless it's Apple Care.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, I will definitely not. I might buy stuff from Best Buy, but I'm definitely am not getting their Geek Squad service.
No.
They are not.
You can buy Apple Care from Apple for an iPad, even if it's purchased at somewhere else. So if you really do want a warranty of some sort, if your battery goes out or something, you can.
Yeah, I would recommend.
Since you did purchase it with your own money, I think it would be a good investment to spend the extra money in case some weird accident happens again. Something geeked out.
Yeah, because my iPad 7th generation, it lasted. I have a case on it, so it shouldn't really need it. And I also think that by the time to purchase Apple Care Plus for it has expired. And
it's
even
2 months to purchase Apple Care now.
I know.
2 months after.
Yeah, the only issue I have is that I can't purchase Apple Care Plus because I don't have a bank account where I can actually use to purchase things.
Oh, that's geeked out.
Yeah, mostly because I don't really like banks, and also because I don't really need a bank account yet.
I keep most of my money in cash, thankfully.
Me too.
I have most of my money digitally on PayPal.
I have a good bit in PayPal. It's not a good bit, it's like 30.
So.
Yeah.
Any other news?
Oh yeah, there's two more pieces of Apple news and a bunch of other tech news.
All right.
So, the Apple glasses are going to release in late 2024.
I am looking forward to that.
I am not.
I just want to see them.
Buy the Apple goggles, honestly.
I remember first hearing about the leaks in 2017, early 2017.
I'm not excited for those just because I don't see much benefit to them. I don't see how you'd easily navigate them. And more importantly, they make people look... Glasses overall just look geeky and old and make people look old. So I don't...
kind of have the same opinion.
According to the fashion conscious, at least. So I don't think that people will very much like it.
I just want to see how close they are to the leaks back in 2017.
Yeah. And also, the only issue is that what if people's LASIK eye surgery has expired like it has on my dad? What if people can't use contact lenses? But what if people still need traditional glasses and
Apple will probably give you
the Apple glasses?
They'll probably sell you lenses for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what if people need sunglasses too? Like my grandmother has to wear sunglasses on top of her traditional glasses.
They'll probably
yeah.
sell you those too for an extra $10,000.
Close enough.
50 probably. 50,
Yeah.
60, maybe 70. Probably 79, 80.
I'd probably say 49.
Yeah.
Extra price is always
And
in the
so,
benign.
I've actually, yeah, I know. So that's why I don't think Apple glasses are really the future. But again, I could be wrong, because people didn't really like
the future. I just don't like the future.
Yes, I agree with you completely.
Well, I don't think they'll succeed, because I don't
either.
But again, people didn't think the iPhone or the iPad would succeed, and
they'll
succeed, absolutely.
So I saw a Reddit post the other day. It was either Reddit or Twitter, somewhere that an article that just resurfaced. Someone back the day the iPhone launched, they wrote an article titled "Why the iPhone Will Fail." I went back and read the whole article and was just losing my mind.
I feel like there's gonna be a video on Teddy's channel called "Why Apple Glasses Will Fail." Then in like 20 years, we're all gonna look back and say, "Oh man, he was wrong."
We're all gonna remember this one podcast episode.
Yeah, and then Teddy's gonna have his multi-billion-dollar tech business and be selling AR glasses and be a very big investor in them.
We're gonna find this video and his company's gonna get shut down.
He's gonna be canceled.
I won't sell. I will not be selling. I will not be selling. I will not be selling AR glasses then.
You're not gonna sell the geek goggles?
Nope.
Geek goggles. This is a good name for the Oculus.
Geek goggles.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, except.
Geek goggles.
Or no, idiot goggles, because Meta is run by an idiot.
Meta is run by a non-human person. Robot.
Do you want to actually know something pretty fun? Pretty sad?
Go ahead.
So, Meta was originally founded under the name Facebook by two guys. I don't remember their names, but they later went on to found Bitcoin. But the reason why it's called Facebook is because it was supposed to be only for colleges, and get this, it ranked girls by their attractivenesses via their face.
Oh my god.
Yep. And then later on,
I'm gonna blow up my Oculus now.
and then what happened is that Mark Zuckerberg decided to start, who was originally just a programmer for Meta, decided to lock everybody else out of their emails and take over Meta.
That dude's a menace to society.
Oh wow.
Yep. Mark Zuckerberg overthrew his boss.
That's crazy. Never knew that.
I will not. Again, I'll be the boss of my own company. Until of course, I'm curious if Mark Zuckerberg will ever come into my company and ask for a job.
That would be funny.
I imagine he will, because he'll be a homeless man in 20 years.
Oh no, he's gonna be a homeless dude with his old Meta goggles on, and he's gonna be like, "I got a house in the metaverse. You don't got nothing on me, dog."
Fine. Or no, Mark Zuckerberg won't even afford to keep the servers up, so he'll be that broke.
Yeah, because it's always online, right? And he won't be able to pay for their Wi-Fi. He'll be on the McDonald's free Wi-Fi with his goggles.
But there will be no way to keep the server up, though.
Then he's gonna throw them in the garbage because he can't do nothing on them.
Yeah.
They're always on stuff.
And then the police are going to arrest, and then the police are going to be looking for him at the McDonald's.
Yeah, because of all the data he's mining.
To send him to jail.
Yeah.
And they may even send his wife to jail too, because his wife and his sister are both also involved in social engineering.
We've just spent the last 10 minutes talking about Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah. That dude's got a wife?
Yeah, he's married.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg is married.
Not sure how he managed to pull that off.
Somebody who's involved in social engineering, so...
Gold digger alert.
Mark Zuckerberg. Did you know he's only 5'7"?
Oh wow, I have friends that are taller than him.
I'm
taller than that dude.
Oh wow.
Did you know Mark Zuckerberg used Atari Basic to create a messaging program he named ZuckNet back when he was 12?
Yeah,
and he's 38 now, so...
He doesn't look short in his photos.
Yeah, and I'm even... His wife is named Priscilla Chan. He has 2 children.
Nice.
Yeah.
Teddy, are you taller than Mark Zuckerberg?
Yep, I'm 6'1".
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. The doctor said, yeah, I'm predicted to be between 6'6" or 6'8" when I grow up.
That is shocking.
Yeah.
I'm 5'6.5".
What did your doctor say?
How old are you, by the way?
13.
Oh
wow.
I'm 14, and and the Maniac and I are the same age for a few months.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, so let's move on to the iPad 10th generation, which is rumored to have 5G, the A14 chip, a USB-C port, a screen increased size to have the same resolution as the iPad Air, and Apple Pencil 2 support.
Wow.
What do you guys think about that?
Which iPad is this?
The budget
Gotcha.
one.
It's gonna have 120 hertz?
I don't know. Assuming that the iPad Air doesn't have 120 hertz, probably not.
You know, I'll probably never buy one of the budget iPads just because it just doesn't make sense to me. Because what are the features that you just said again? Can you list those off again?
5G, A14 chip, USB-C port, a screen increase, and an Apple Pencil 2 support.
So if they get rid of the home button, that's going to be great because then we can get one more device transferred to gestures. And I think, honestly, we should get rid of the home button on these devices.
Yeah.
I agree with that completely.
I don't think because I mean, Palm even has had gestures on their phone since 2009.
2010 actually. Well, technically 2009, but really 2010. I had the Palm Pre 1, and it had some gestures, but to go home, it was a physical button. Palm Pre was amazing.
And the iPad 1...
I am all in for Apple completely transitioning each and every one of their iPads over to the gestures.
Yeah.
I think they should be done with the home button.
Lightning ports in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that when they released the iPhone X, I really thought that within the next 2 years, I thought by 2019 was going to be the year that each and every single one of their devices was going to be gesture based. But no, it's crazy.
I thought 2019 was going to be a good year in general. Well,
for me, it really was.
For me,
it was a horrible year for me, and it was not an amazing year for Apple because we got. Well, at the end, we got some good stuff, but at the start, Apple was on horrible grounds.
I agree with you. Yeah. I remember 2019 was one of my favorite years that I've experienced.
It was the year this Jewish hacker guy found me. It was the year the Night Tiger guy started harassing me.
Oh my god.
All kinds of people tried getting me on Twitter, canceling me. Just in general, it was a horrible year for me. And then at the end, on my birthday, my friend decided to screw me over. So
it's terrible.
What did he do?
Sucks, man.
What'd your friend do?
2020 was he pretty much stole my AirPods and then framed me for stealing his friend's AirPods. So he got my AirPods and got me screwed up for apparently stealing someone's AirPods. So yeah. And then following that, 2020 was the second best year of my life, actually.
2020 was yes. 2020 was the second best year of my life. I loved the year 2020. Started doing YouTube in 2020. Lots of good memories.
2018 was hands down the best for me.
2017 for me.
Even though I started doing
amazing too.
Even though I started doing YouTube in 2016, I started sticking to a consistent schedule for good in 2020.
2020 was, we had COVID, right?
Yeah, everyone made 2020 out to be one of the worst years, but I remember like a couple days after 2021 started, I started to miss 2020. Everyone made it out to be such a bad year, but 2 years later, when you start to reflect on it, you realize how good of a year it was.
We had all the time in the world to just do whatever we wanted.
I know.
And
there were no rules on YouTube at that point.
Yeah, and I made...
Or there were rules in 2020 via the stupid COPA thing.
The COPA. Everything but that.
I was able to go places that year. Like, that was the last time I traveled for vacation. You know, I was able to go eat places, which is really all I care about. You know, of course I wasn't able to go, after stuff, but my family doesn't do that kind of stuff anyway.
Yeah.
2020 was the last real amazing year I had.
I agree.
Was actually alright, though.
2021 wasn't that bad.
I didn't hate it. Didn't love it, didn't hate it.
Same.
There's some great parts. Amazing parts, horrible parts,
Yeah.
Yeah, and some pretty awful parts for me.
Same.
Early on in the year, which really killed the year for me.
January was horrible for me.
March and April.
January 2021 was horrible for me because, mostly because of the economy at that point, because I actually wrote a letter to my State Department of Education to try to get the school year shortened and to make homework illegal. They never responded to me.
They probably threw it in the garbage.
I was about to say, I wonder why.
2021 was just not good.
Because, in
general, we had all kinds of political controversy. We had overall, we had all kinds of shortages. We were starting a new year. Everyone thought it was going to be amazing. Then we had, another weird year.
And what's even funnier, I wonder what my state education department reacted to removing homework and shortening the school year. They were like, ha ha ha, we want to make sure that the children of this state are being mistreated forever, so we don't care about this. Because they don't care, truthfully, because every student hates homework. And that's why I'm even thinking about starting a homework strike at my school.
Apple Maniac, I have a question.
Mr. Main?
Go ahead, sorry.
There's a guy on Instagram called Apple_Maniac_1603. Is that you, or do you know who that is?
I do not know who that is, but I'm going to look them up right now. What's the username again?
Apple_Maniac_1603. Man, this guy's profile goes back a long way. That guy goes back to 2019.
I have no clue who this is.
Yours goes back to 2020. I don't know your channel probably doesn't go back to 2017. Oh, you got a lot of subscribers.
Yes, it's currently 614. My channel was created in July of 2018, though, so it is quite an old channel.
Oh, that was an amazing month.
I know, that's...
July 2018 was awesome for me.
Same.
2018, April, May, June, July, amazing summer.
Oh my god, yes.
Summer.
April 2018 was pretty bad. Summer of 2018, I actually did a lot of fishing.
I love 2018.
But I don't really do fishing much anymore just because I've lost interest in it.
I have too.
Right. I never really went fishing. I went once, but that's about it. 2018, amazing.
2018.
I remember in fall. I remember fall of 2017, 18, 19, and 20, or mid-2020. I'll remember downloading the beta profiles for all those iOS versions. I remember when I first learned how to download iOS 11 beta.
Yeah, I remember.
I remember everything.
Back when it looked completely different. That was fun.
I remember mostly everything by the month.
Same.
The summer of 20.
I remember a lot of things by the day.
Yeah, I remember. The summer of 2018 was the best because the previous school year between 2017 and 2018, it was a pretty bad school year because I had one of the worst teachers I've ever had, who accused me of things that I didn't do. Or she thought I was... Or she wouldn't...
For me... Sorry.
and she wouldn't hear, and she was very unreasonable. She yelled a lot, and oh boy, she was a terrible teacher. And in late 2018 was pretty bad for me too because I didn't because I was that was when my lactose intolerance got to be so bad that I had to stop drinking dairy drinking milk altogether. I can now drink it with lactate.
Yeah, so for me, rating the years 2018, 2020, 2017, 2016, 2015, 2021, and then I guess 2019 at the bottom if we're, rating the past, like, whatever years. But, 2019 was just unfortunate for me. Very, very unfortunate.
2020.
Mine's gotta be 2017, 2015, 2018, 2019, 2020, and then 2021, and then obviously 2022 at the end.
I can't really rank years in a specific list, but 2021 was actually a great year for me because that was the year the pandemic ended.
Yeah.
That was the year the pandemic ended, so that was awesome. It was truly an amazing year, and 2022 is even leading up to be more amazing. However, I'm going back into in-person school this year, so I'm hoping that I can say that for late 2022, because as we
I've been going back in person since August of 2021.
Yeah, because at the same time, I don't exactly want to go back to in-person school because one thing I do like about this overall community is that I can talk about Apple products.
Yes.
I can talk about Apple products to the other students in school, but they're not going to understand nearly half the stuff that we mention on this podcast.
True. Very true.
And so they're not going to understand half of it. And also, there's all the boy-girl drama that will probably exist. Yeah. And so, it's not exactly something that I'm looking forward to because I'd rather talk about Apple products more than anything to other people, but at the same time, it's hard for me to because it's kind of boring because the other people don't exactly
understand it.
The other kids don't exactly understand Apple products as much as I do.
Yeah, behind YouTube, with my personal friends, there's a lot of stuff that me and them talk about, and we do a lot of stuff. But
same.
Some of them,
yeah.
Like I know Maniac YT or Elias in real life. Me and him go to the Apple Store and all, but most of my friends are online, and we talk about tech sometimes. Of course they're into tech, but most of the time we just talk about random other stuff.
Same with me and my friends.
Yeah. On YouTube, it's literally just tech or some sort of tech related thing.
Yeah.
I have not vlogged on my channel since 2018.
Wow.
I haven't done any non-tech thing since. I'm scrolling through my videos. Everything's tech.
Same on mine.
All of it is tech.
And on mine, not all of it is tech because obviously there was that YouTube video that I did back in August about why Hollywood is a dying industry.
Yeah, last thing I did not about tech was when I made a video about my state when they regulated drones. So
that is sort of techy even then, but
yeah,
obviously when I started YouTube back in 2016, I was not doing tech videos at all. I was reading Barrett's.
Is anyone gonna get that phone?
What?
Anybody gonna get that phone? There's a phone ringing in the background.
What?
There's a phone ringing in the background.
No, there isn't.
Great, I don't hear that.
Oh. Well, maybe I'm just geeking out.
Yeah, that must be on your end because I don't hear anything.
Last time I did a completely non-tech related thing was in 2019 where I did a vlog. I actually re-uploaded one from 2018 when I was in California, and that was I unlisted it, of course.
Oh hey, you've posted exactly 200 videos.
Oh nice, cool.
Just noticed that.
Yeah. Alright, so now do you guys want to move on to the non-Apple news?
I guess we could.
Alright, because I've got plenty of this too.
Alright.
So, first of all, this is, I think, a topic that I want to gloss over because it's controversial, but this is just something that I want to let Canadians know, which is that the Canadian government is inputting on YouTube and Netflix algorithms to where they are basically deciding what goes in your feeds.
Mm-hmm.
For the,
pretty much governmenting people.
Yep. I don't want to get too into that because that's controversial, but I just want to let Canadians know that. Because I'm sure there probably are some people in Canada that do watch this or listen to this podcast.
I bet.
Yeah,
I do have a few Canadian viewers of my channel also.
And I subscribe. Most of the YouTubers I'm subscribed to are in the United States, Canada, Australia,
Or
the UK.
The UK. Yeah.
The UK, and there's actually one in Austria named Macintosh Man.
Oh.
Yeah. And there's some in various other areas of Europe, like Destructive Dan.
I think I've heard of him.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I think you follow him on Instagram, Tabbypears.
Yeah, I think I do.
So, and I've gone through. I would go through
Yeah,
all my
he's a pimp.
I would go through my subscriptions and figure out which countries are which countries my subscriptions are mostly based out of. Except for the fact that I'm subscribed to over 1,000 channels.
I'm subscribed to between 150 and 200.
Yeah, I'm subscribed. I think a total of 1,068.
But I'm slowly unsubscribing to a few channels who have just irritated me.
Check how many people I'm subscribed to.
Just go into your subscriptions feed and it'll say at the top how many when it shows the channels. You have to be on mobile to do that.
I have to be on mobile?
Yeah.
Let me check on my mobile. It says at the top?
Or it's at the top. It's the top channel listed on all the channels at the side thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little hard to describe. So it's hard to describe.
Where would it be though?
Are there any numbers?
I forget how to do it. I'm trying to find them.
I've got 5,000 plus liked videos.
Oh, I need to check that.
I think it might be because my subscriptions are privated.
My subscriptions. That's probably why. My subscriptions are public, but I've slowly been unsubscribing to a few YouTubers. Like, I had to unsubscribe. I unsubscribed to Everything Apple Pro because his videos were just too boring and basically turning into ads of his Phone Rebel case brand.
If you saw my latest short, you'd see I also agree he's gotten boring. Which is unfortunate. I remember in 2017 watching his videos all throughout 2017 and 18.
Yeah.
Thinking he was one of the best tech YouTubers, but
I
he's
watched him 2015, 2016, but now the truth is you can't be a phone reviewer and have a phone case. It's like if Tim Cook was making a phone review channel when he owns Apple. You just can't do that.
I just remember one specific video of his. He was testing. I don't remember. I think it was the top 10 cases for the iPhone 7 on a 50-foot drop test. It's just the one video of his stuck in my head. I actually used a clip from that in my latest YouTube Shorts video.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he used to be a YouTuber that a lot of people got excited for.
I used to be really excited to watch his videos.
Me too. And there was
Go ahead.
And you can go ahead.
Thank you. So I remember watching his videos in later 2017 fall and winter, and watching his leaks for the iPhone 7. I mean, not iPhone 7, the iPhone 8, and then the 10s leaks that next year. Just memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that he changed his content. I mean, every video, there's a solid 2-minute chunk where he's just advertising his Phone Rebel cases.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get it. I don't understand why you need that much advertising.
Yeah, you don't have to talk people into buying a good product.
Exactly.
Which makes me
How's
really,
it a good product if you're having to talk people
which
into
makes
it?
me really wonder how good phone rebel cases actually are, because there's a YouTuber named Apple Refresh who did review phone rebel cases who said that they were good, but
I need to check them out. I just got a new case, though. I don't want to spend another $50.
Oh, what case did you buy?
These lemon zest color iPhone 13 silicone case.
Ah, nice.
It looks really nice with the midnight color.
guessing you bought an Apple case.
Yes.
My mom
From
prefer.
Apple directly, I assume?
Yes, at the Apple Store.
That's good.
I buy my. I'm currently rocking on my phone. I use cheap cases from Amazon and Walmart on my devices.
They're not good.
I actually have a really good Walmart case on my iPhone 11 Pro Max. And so they're.
I just don't like big phones. Honestly.
I don't either.
Me too.
I just can't stand them. You know, I couldn't stand using any my 13 Pro Max, and I used a 12 mini because my 12 Pro Max was massive.
Yeah, the 12 Pro Max is a big phone.
Yeah.
Heavy too.
Yes, I
don't care
agree.
about battery. I don't need no big battery. I don't care.
Yeah,
I hate to say it.
because the latest because our last episode of the podcast was literally about how people get if you have a bad battery, you're too addicted to your phone. It's literally titled, "You're Too Addicted to Your Phone."
Yeah.
Frankie just joined the podcast.
Who, what, where, when?
Frankie just joined my podcast, one of my cats.
Oh.
He kind of looks like a raccoon from what I saw.
It's a she, but yeah, she does look like a raccoon.
My cat, Sammy... Oh, sorry.
Yeah. This is a this is a quite common cat breed, so... But yeah, let's move on to a very popular tech news, which is that Internet Explorer is now officially dead.
I saw that.
Good.
I mean, it was pretty much dead before no websites worked anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, the Jewish hacker is pretending to be you.
Again?
Oh, great.
No, he hacked you, actually.
What?
He hacked you. You need to... Tabbypears, you need to log him out.
Oh my
Look,
god.
my account right now?
Yep. He just texted from your account. I'm a nutsack.
Oh my god.
What did he say?
He said, I'm a nutsack.
Oh, that's awful. Get him out.
What this guy was doing was crap.
What's wrong with him?
I'm gonna go beat him up. Stupid dude.
I'll text him back and say... Yeah, I'll text him back.
What do you say?
I said, you are a nutsack.
Nice.
Let me check my Instagram, verify that the Jewish hacker hasn't infected that. Nope, he hasn't.
He hacked my iCloud a few days ago. I don't know how I'm working.
Oh, that's awful. I used to have to deal with a hacker who went by the name with me and my little tech community, which is gone now. My two other friends, we knew the hacker as he was Russian. Sashko Hristov was how he pronounced his name.
I'm wondering if that's the Jewish hacker, and he just changed.
Oh God, I swear to God, if it is. He harasses small tech YouTubers. This was a big deal. My channel got hacked in October 2019. October 3rd was the exact date. October 4th. But he got into my account and did some pretty serious things. He got in to my YouTube channel while on a live stream with one of my old YouTube friends, iTechnical. His channel's gone now, so don't bother looking it up. But he got into my account. I was typing in the live chat. He was typing in the live chat. I would say I'm being hacked. He said, no, I'm joking. I'm not being hacked. LMAO, that kind of stuff. And then it got to the point where he donated $2 and signed out of the account.
So pretty much just a useless person, just a piece of garbage.
Yeah, signed into my account just to harass me and the other people on the live stream. Donated $2 through my parents' credit card and then signed out of the account. I was hacked many other times after that in the same person's live stream. That was a big problem.
Yeah.
That guy's good. That guy just seems like the kind of guy to have no life, so he takes it out on poor other people.
Yeah.
I almost had to delete my channel, and after that, I instantly linked my brand account to another Google account, and it was over a week later the next time I got hacked. So when I got hacked, I instantly just went in, transferred my brand account over to another Google account, and removed it from the one that he was logged into, so it signed him out.
Yeah.
And he could not get back in.
Guy out of my
the Jewish hacker just texted me again. He said he's texted from the accounts orangejews at 2010@gmails.com. All rats, all caps. 3 W's.
What?
And he just gave me an F-bomb.
Oh, great.
He said he just kicked a chink.
This dude is crazy.
I'm a little coon, I'll be high, is what he texted. Also, I'm not recording my podcast right now. Good luck getting publicity. He just texted Trumpster.
What's that?
I have no idea. I'm trying to tell him that I'm not recording my podcast right now, even though I'm lying. I am.
Yeah, I heard you just like, good luck. I'm not recording my podcast right now. Good luck getting publicity.
Oh, he just said, I know you aren't recording. I just woke up, you dumb B-word. I missed at 11:30.
Ooh, he thinks we're not recording it.
Oh, yeah, we can do... He's just texting Mother Yar.
Jesus. This dude is relentless, man.
Alright. Alright, now I need to try to do something to get him back.
Is he still texting you?
Yep. Alright, I need
What's
to
he
do
saying?
inappropriate stuff.
Oh, man.
Alright, I'm gonna tell him that I wish you didn't exist. You suck, not me. I have a channel with 400 plus subscribers. You do not. You are mean and just taking it out on all of us. Stupid. He told me I'm a meanie. He thinks I'm mean.
What's he saying? He's just saying you're mean.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Or no.
Man, you're a fast typer.
Yeah.
So am I. I can type very fast if it's something I'm wanting to type. If it's an essay for school, I'm typing extremely slow.
He said he's gonna beat up my dog his dog if he doesn't stop me.
Man.
That doesn't impact me, so you're good. You are... I'm gonna tell him you are in India. How's the weather? Oh no, I'm gonna actually type in English to Hindi. Oh, he said, I is a nerd.
I is a nerd.
He says he's gonna hack my house.
Your what?
He's going to hack your house. Like, yeah, that totally makes sense.
Alright, I'm gonna text him in Hindi to see what happens.
If he starts typing in Hindi, I'm gonna be so...
He,
I'm gonna laugh
he
so
just
hard.
said to F me.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna start texting him. He just called me a butt wagon. That is...
Oh, man.
I'm gonna tell him. He says fart gargler. Name isn't...
This dude is definitely
real...
not speaking English.
Yeah, I'm just speaking to him in Hindi. Yeah, I'm speaking to him in Hindi. I'm trying to get... I'm trying to get him to speak Hindi, but it's very hard.
Oh, no. That'd be funny if he does.
Okay. We all know you speak Hindi as your vernacular. Alright. I'm gonna go. Can you speak Hindi? I'm gonna ask him that in English, cause I asked him if he can speak Hindi.
What's he saying?
Oh, he typed me back in Hindi.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Let me try to translate this back. I know it's not going to be something nice, but I'll try to translate it back. Oh, he just said the N-word.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he says the N-word all the time. Oh, so... You have officially confirmed your location. It's talking to me in Hindi now. It's so cool. Alright, let me
You
try.
have officially confirmed your location.
He said, yo, DJ. He sent to me. Alright, now I need to go into Hindi to see what's going on. Cause
This is the best podcast we've ever recorded.
I know. Because there's Apple News, It's Matt Nerne Karo Man Yar.
What?
Let me go to Hindi. Don't do that, mom, dude, is what it translates to in English.
What?
It makes no sense.
Yeah. I find it English to Hindi.
So, on the topic of the podcast itself, do we have any more news?
Oh yeah, I guess we should stop talking to Jewish Hacker for now.
Yeah, try to finish up the episode.
Because it's a long episode so far,
Let's
so...
see what he says, though. Don't fuck him yet.
I won't.
He's best to give us some nice ending.
Alright, so... Did you know that Bill Gates officially stated that NFTs are based on a foolish theory?
Oh my god.
They are.
Which is
It's true.
which shows you how stupid NFTs are because
He's got billions of dollars.
Yeah, and it's not just that either, but I mean Bill Gates sent a copied a cheap image. Oh, he just sent a picture of himself.
Oh, great.
Does he look funny?
No, he has a mustache. Let me reverse search this image.
Wait, see if there's any metadata. He might have his location saved.
Ooh, good idea.
I'm gonna actually go to Google Images.
If he does have his location saved in the image, find the exact location and just send it to him.
He's gonna go crazy when you do that.
Oh, that'll be so funny.
Alright. Let me see where this image came from.
Let's see if it's actually him.
Yeah.
No, it is not. It is not. He took a photo of himself. Now,
He did.
find photo metadata.
Are you on Monterey?
Yep.
Okay. Are you getting these photos on your iPhone too?
No. No, just on my Mac.
Okay. Go and save the photos that he sent you to your photo library. And then go like your iCloud photos. Then open the Photos app, click on the photo, and then click Command and I.
Oh, never mind. Guess guess where the photo was taken?
India?
Indiana.
Indiana, oh wow.
Where?
Northern Indiana. So
Strange.
He's in Indiana.
Same thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask him, how's the weather in Indiana today? Because he'll have to answer.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, rats." He's mad. He knows that I reversed searched your location. I call him the C word.
Oh man.
He said, "I'm the C word?" He
Oh
called
my
me a little
God.
midget. No, I'm 6'1" and I'm 14. Yeah, I'm proving to him that he's not a midget. And I'm 4'2" and I'm 15. Then he is not 15.
No.
You're not 15. I can tell from the image. You are in your 40s. 'Cause he looks like he's in his 40s. I was able to figure out where he is located.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's funny.
I meant the photo you sent earlier. Stupid. It seems to work.
He's calling me.
It's 5 p.m.?
Yeah, 6 o'clock for me here in
Oh, shoot, I have to go... Oh, shoot, it's getting late. I have to wrap this up. Okay. So,
Yeah, that went quick.
Alright, so... He says he hates dogs. Okay, so... Alright, so the next thing is that Nothing reveals their Nothing Phone 1 design a month early. And as you can tell from the photos, it looks like an iPhone. It looks like an iPhone 12.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think about the Nothing Phone 1 so far?
I find it kind of interesting.
Me too.
I mean, so how he made it, he used, for some of those pictures, he used lots of Photoshop, correct?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I can't imagine how much Photoshop that would have taken.
Yeah.
He says you can call me Robert the Waffle Maker or Mike.
Who?
Jewish hacker. I'm gonna go block him now. Because I'm tired of him. Alright, so there are also some LinkedIn cryptocurrency scams.
Oh, God.
Which are basically just like any other cryptocurrency scam. They can claim that you can get rich.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to warn you guys about that. And so now I have some things to ask about Apple Maniac YT's history.
Alright.
So, how did you get interested in technology and specifically Apple?
Well, when I think this was 2015, so I would have been 6 years old, my dad moved on from an iPhone 4S, or it was an iPhone 4, I believe, and got the iPhone 6S in 2015. Yes. No, he got an SE. He had a 5S and an SE at the time, both company phones.
No, the SE came in 2016.
My bad. Yes, dudes. So it must have been. No. Then he got the 6S definitely. So he had the 5S and a 6S. The 5S, which he broke. They were both company phones. And away from that, at the time before that he used an iPhone 4S. It was actually, I think, an iPhone 4. But then he gave that to me, which it was broken. He had dropped it, and the display had come detached, which I didn't know. Which that's what I'm guessing now. I never actually found out what happened, but I decided to try to learn how to repair them. So I took it apart. I obviously was too young to know how to fix it, but that's how I got interested. And then after that, the next year I was given an iPhone 5, and then a 5C, then a couple of years later an iPhone 6, and then started buying my own Apple products.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, throw in my iPad mini also back in 2016, which I still have and still works.
How did Apple Maniac, how did you get interested in YouTube?
Well, back in June of 2020, May and April of 2020, I was getting really bored. The end of school was coming up, and right when school ended, it was our last day of school, our last day of school was June 3rd, 2020, and right when school ended, I got on YouTube, I saw some tech content, and decided, you know what, it's summer, I got lots of time, I'm starting a YouTube channel, and here's where I am today.
Alright, so now are you guys ready to roll out the outro?
Yep, let's go ahead.
Sure.
Alright, so thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the iTunes Fanboy Podcast. As always, I'm your host, the iTunes Fanboy.
I'm Tabby Cat or Tabbypears.
And I am Apple Maniac YT, but you can call me Ethan.
And we are getting ready, and all our social media and channels will be linked down below in the description. And as always, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the iTunes Fanboy Podcast, and stay tuned for, I don't know when it will release, but I have an episode that I'm recording tomorrow with Nick from Device Collector 71. So, as always, thank you all for watching, and as always, goodbye.
Alright, I'll see you guys later.
You too.
Bye.